Hey folks, I'm back because I'm having fun with this right about now, and again, that's the best way to do it, is when you're enjoying it. Some people have made requests that may get answered eventually, but not at the moment because I ain't feeling it, and thank you for recognizing that's how I do things. I will respond to a couple things regarding yesterday's video. I am enjoying this. Someone asked, do I have music from the body? Well, I don't have it on vinyl, and it's actually a Ron Geeson album. It's Roger Waters was involved, but it's actually a Ron Geeson album. The David Gilmour solo albums, I don't think much of them. I have his first solo album. I don't really think much of it. Do I have, I'm trying to see if I can grab it right quick. Here's one of the Pink Floyd solo albums that I really like. Richard Wright, Wet Dream. This is the one I like. I have Roger Waters' Hitchhiker's Guide. I don't really connect to that album. I'm trying to see it. I have it as part of my Pink Floyd collection, yeah. But no, I don't really think too much about it. I like this one. Musically, I like this. Okay. So when I commented about Pink Floyd's Animals, I did that on purpose because I know that opinion is something that people really have a hard time with, and we need to grow up about it. Okay, so I'll tell you why I don't care for the Animals album. Number one, as I keep saying, I don't listen to records for the words. Okay, so the premise of Animals doesn't mean shit to me. I know that you can compare people to animals, personality types. That's fine. It's the music that I don't like. I've never enjoyed that album. When it comes on, it's like going into a room that I don't like. It's really that simple. I don't like the music. I don't like what they created. I don't even know what I don't even care that they like it, okay? And I think that's part of what I wanted to get across, and I said it to a person who said they were shocked that I don't like Pink Floyd, and that they seem to like almost everything else I like. Well, see, that's an illusion. We're not alike. Everyone is an individual, okay? And even though we may have similar likes, or we may like similar stuff, more than likely what it is we're getting from it is very unique to our experience. What that person likes about something I like, it may not be at all what it is that I'm getting from it. And it's fine. It's actually a good thing that we're individuals. What would be the point of life if everyone were the same? What would be the point? So that's it. Yeah, Animals just doesn't connect musically and mood-wise. The mood of the album, when I listen to it, the sound of the music makes me feel like I've gone into kind of a damp room that I don't like. Every time, I'll tell you what. Just for the sake of it, when I'm done with the video, I'll put it on and see, am I wrong? Not so much wrong about other people, but wrong about my own experience. Okay, I'll put that back later. Okay. So the music buying is reactivated partially because my Adult Swim situation got better. I'm on Adult Swim today. If you catch that, if this uploads before 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm up early enough at 6 that it might. You can watch me on Adult Swim today at 10 on Stupid Morning Bullshit. Okay. We basically just renegotiated my deal with them, so I have a job. Okay, knowing that I have some kind of income to count on to pay the bills with, gives me a little comfort zone to buy a record. That's what I enjoy. It's a simple pleasure of going into the store and buying a record. So yesterday I went and bought a new record, Placebo 1973. This is an old album, but it's been reissued by Music on Vinyl, Belgian band. I've been lusting after this album for years. because it's hard to find. Originals of their albums go for $1,000. This is jazz rock. Marc Moulin on keyboards, I think, is the main guy in the group. They are somewhere in the region of Soft Machine and Weather Report. I love this. This is a really good album. Really happy to finally have this on vinyl. I've had the music. As an artist, I see both sides of the download issue. The whole thing of stealing music. You know, people just downloading music for free. I see both sides of it, and I deal with both sides of it as an artist. I found my music on file sharing. It's a backhanded compliment. What I'm saying is that if I want to hear something, I can hear it, okay? If I like something and I'm able to afford to, I'll buy it. And I do think that works that way, that people who honor music will buy it. We can't make people have good values. Okay. Let me show you here's something that I'll show you that I'm probably gonna sell. And it was given to me by someone in the VC. I like the band, the legendary Pink Dots, and this man played with them for a while. Martin DeClear. This is a double album called So Close Yet So Far Out. Now, everything about this is in my wheelhouse. That's boring. It's like somebody was able to make a record and they didn't put a lot of time and thought into it. Most of these pieces just repeat endlessly and really don't do anything. So this is a real disappointment to me. I like stuff like this, and look at that cover. That's just the kind of thing I like, and the record is real disappointing. Real disappointing. I've had it for a while, and it came out recently for me to play, because when I got it, I was disappointed. And it's still disappointing. Here's something I picked up used recently, because I've been wanting something from Yahweh, Father Yod, you know, the cult figure who died back in the 70s out in California. Cult people. So there's a whole trip behind this music that I'm not necessarily interested in, but what I do like this. It's ritualistic. It starts off acoustic, and then it then it jams out, but there's a real organic flow, like doing kind of like a raga rises in energy. Sonic Portation by Yahweh 13. I like this. I like this. I certainly do. One more thing I'll show that I had pulled recently, I hadn't played in a while. I don't like all the pieces of this, but the parts I really like, I love. And the main parts I like are the instrumental parts. Go figure, huh? This Mortal Coil. Ivo Watts Russell, the guy that started 4AD, this was one of his projects. Filigree and Shadow, their second album, where all kinds of guests are used, all kinds of musicians are used to put these records together. Some of the singing I can just really do without. It's the music. I know I may be an oddball, but it's the music that counts the most to me and speaks the loudest to me. And some of the music on this is just absolutely gorgeous. Now, someone was asking about ambient music, and I really have to be in the mood. I'm not listening to a lot of ambient music now. I make ambient music. I can think of one ambient album for sure that I think I want you to know about. And a musician I want you to know about, or someone who is really important to me, and he's getting up in age. He's just now went to England and for the first time and did a solo concert, and that's Hiromi Hosono, the guy who started Yellow Magic Orchestra. Before that, he was in April Fool, and another band, Happy End or something like that. One of Japan's first rock stars. This particular album, Mercuric Dance, is, in my mind, an ideal, almost ideal example of ambient music. Notice I didn't pull an Eno album. Everyone assumes that Eno is the king of ambient. I don't know that I would say that. For my taste, this album is kicking Brian Eno's ass. But again, notice, people, I keep telling you constantly over and over, for folks that have a hard time understanding, this is my opinion, this is my perception, this is my take. Okay, I'm not stating anything like facts, okay? Everything is perception, you know. People who have this assumption that somewhere there is this template for what is good, bad, right, and wrong. Where is it? It doesn't exist. That's why I'm going to kind of labor the point that we really, as adults or as people, I can only assume that most of you watching me are adults, that we as adults really have got to get a grip on our emotions and our thoughts and deal with the fact that we're individuals and get along. And move away from really ridiculous notions that you have to be like me for me to like you, or we have to agree about certain things, you know. I go on and on about politics mainly because what politicians and their policies do are harmful. It's not because I don't dislike them as people. That's not what it's about. It's about what they do. Okay? I'm not into politics. I'm into life. Okay, that's the whole foundation of where I'm coming from about anything. It's not about trying to be politically correct or being on the right side of the point. I'm just responding to what is happening to me in life, and therefore how it appears to me. And I know that each one of us does that in his own way. A rich person's perspective is going to be very different from mine. A person with a different ethnic, racial background, in many ways, is going to have some differences than me, and then we're going to have some similarities. So I just want to keep hoping to get that across, that we're individuals, people, and that there is no such thing as a right way for anyone to think. The only thing that makes sense to me is that it makes sense to be kind to people and not hurt people, not consciously hurt and kill people. You know, humans do that a lot. Apparently, it's something that we do. It's not part of my value set. And that's why, again, I can continue to give across the message. If you're visiting with me, be kind to me, you know. If you disagree with me, don't target me. You know, I have been targeted many, many times, you know, by complete strangers. And it's just, you know, and this is something that needs to change, and it can, you know, and I'll take it on. In these videos, I'll take it on. If you come to visit me, like a Mr. Rogers neighborhood, this is Dereck Higgins' house. You know what I'm saying? You know, show your light side, or just be cool. You know what I'm saying? Be accepting. The last thing I'll say is the one thing that I notice consistently to this day with people who have difficulty getting along with others, the main person that they're having a difficult time with is themselves. I have never met a sour person where this wasn't true, that they are having internal conflicts and aiming the darts at everyone else because they don't know what to do. I don't know if that's the answer why, but that's what they're doing. They're unhappy with themselves. I see it. Can't fool me. I've worked hard to accept myself. It's still ongoing, but I like me, so I'm ahead of you. You folks that want to tear me down, sorry, I'm not over here tearing me down. So you can't help me because I'm not doing it. And I'm not going to help you. A lot of times that's what people are looking for. They're looking for a reaction. Anything to validate their existence. Even if it's negative. You can do better. You can do better. We can do better. I do better. I can do better. We can do better.